Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be making some rain on this picture of the Haunted Mansion. So, the first thing we're going to do is make the rain asset that we're going to use. The first one. So we got our picture of the Haunted Mansion here. We go to Effect, Simulation, CC Rainfall. Actually, we don't want to put it on there. Here. Apply it to a new adjustment layer, which is under Layer, New, Adjustment Layer. Put that all the way on top. Put your effect on the adjustment layer. So when we play this, you'll be able to see that there's rain coming down, but it's not exactly how we want because we need to be able to see it better, so we're going to do our color correction next. New adjustment layer. Put it down there. Actually, I'm going to name these. So this one's going to be color 1, and then this one is rainfall. So on color 1, we're going to get a curves effect and bring down the lightness like that and bring out some red. Honestly, this may not be the best way to do it, so we're going to go and use a hue saturation effect for now, which is under color correction. So pull down the saturation a lot and bring down the lightness. And then add a vignette, which is under stylize. Vignettes make every picture better. And there we go. So that's pretty good. Maybe bring the lightness up a bit. Now that we're happy with that, we can kind of see the rain more, so I think we need to make it more subtle and realistic. So we can dial back the drops a little bit, but I think we're just going to turn down the size mostly to make it slightly more subtle. Next, I'm going to make a big rain cloud. So the way to do that is we'll make a new layer, solid, and it doesn't matter what color it is, because we're going to add turbulent noise on, which is under noise and grain. Turbulent noise. And I don't know, just mess around with some things till you like it. And I think that's pretty good. I'm going to make an expression on the evolution. The way you do that is go over evolution, hold down Alt or Options, and click it. Now down here we're going to write, let's see, time times 300. That's a little asterisk there. Now, there we go. It'll move. Make a mask around the top of that with the pen tool, about where you want it to be, mostly covering the sky. Now we're going to feather the mask. Hit F and drag that out the way you want it. Try and fix the edges here. And don't accidentally make some more masks. Alright, that's pretty good. Now we're just going to go add a color correction to this and mess with it a little bit. And perhaps bring down the opacity. Yeah, that's pretty good. May also be able to use a blend mode. So let's make it darken. Nope, that didn't work. So we'll just take down the opacity for now. Drag out the mask a little bit. Just adjust this to your liking. I mean, it depends on what image you're using and all sorts of things. Now I think that may be going a little too fast to be realistic, so we're going to go back into our expression, which is under Effects, Turbulent Noise, and dial this down. We'll set it to time times 200 instead. Now see, that's almost a bit much as well, so we'll just bring it down to 80. There, now it's moving slightly. I like that. Now, I think we can go back with another passive color correction. So if you want to make a new layer and adjustment layer, I like to keep adding layers of color correction until I like it. I'm going to go with the curves this time. Just bring it down some more. Oh, didn't mean to do that. So maybe go into your red values and mess with that a little bit. Make it slightly green is kind of a neat effect. I think that's nice. Maybe we'll make our vignette a little bit more pronounced, which is on the color 1 layer. Yeah. Alright, so when we play that, you can see that there's some rain, but it's kind of hard to see. So I think that's a good base rain. Now what we're going to do is download a rain effect from Production Crate. You can get a free account on there. And I'll just be using this one, Real Rain Medium, set to Lighten. That'll give us some rain around the corners where it's darkest and it looks more real. But I'm going to turn down the opacity so that it's not too crazy. I don't think that's bad. We could also set it to Add, which will kind of put it over the whole thing more, but I'm going to dial the opacity back slightly till it's really, really low. But that'll add some nice like sideways splashes in the corners. Another thing we can do is make the base rain we made a little bit more pronounced and also crazier. So we can turn up the size just slightly here and then set the variation up a little bit to where you can kind of see, just get it how you want it. You can also make it blow in the wind, which is just like a slant, and that's looking pretty good. Maybe we ought to add a vignette on top of everything so that the rain doesn't look too fake. So the way we're going to do that is another adjustment layer, effect, stylize, CC vignette, and that's looking pretty good. It's not bad. Let's see. Anything else we can do? I think that's pretty good. So that's about how you have it. I have another example over here. This is one I did from a picture I took from a Ferris wheel in Disneyland. And you can just see I did lightning. Actually, let's make some lightning in this other one. What I did was I made a new solid, make it white, call it lightning, spell it right, and draw the shape of the lightning you want. Beautiful. Alright, now we're going to feather that like a ton. Maybe actually bring the mask expansion in a little bit and take some feather out. Just get it how you think it looks good. Turn down the opacity till it's pretty subtle. Make it a crazier shape. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. Now we're going to keyframe the opacity. So we'll go to about where we want it to go. Don't line it up with the sound of the thunder if you want it to be somewhat realistic. Set your opacity as high as you want for the on. Make a keyframe before it. Set it to 0. So now we're 0, on, 0, 1, 2, 3 maybe. Set it back to 55. And then 0 again. So you got some lightning there. And then if that's too bright, you can set the high points down to something a little bit darker. Like just take it down wherever you set it to your highest value. That's pretty good. You can even put it under your noise layer for very subtle lightning. And there you have it. We made a rainy scene of the Haunted Mansion. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you feel so inclined, and I will see you in the next video.